yourself.
Hey, everybody, it's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me, as always, is the Ringo Starr to my Paul McCartney, Bradford Oman.
Hey, that's me.
Which makes you the John Lennon, Mr. Nate Loucks.
How you like those apples, buddy?
Well, you're dead,
That is true.
and I'm living. And
But
and
did I live, though? Boy, did I live.
But boy, did he live.
Yeah, but when you look at the caliber of women that I have dated compared to the caliber of women that you dated,
Hey, don't hate on Yoko.
hey, Ringo got a
This
Bond
is
girl.
a Yoko hate-free zone.
Yeah,
No,
seriously.
It's not.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that means.
Do either three of us? Do any of us have strong opinions on Yoko Ono? I don't think I do.
I would just say that I'm probably just a little bit leaning towards the negative.
I know who she is.
No, I feel like I should lean towards the negative.
Yoko, oh no.
Yeah, but I really don't know anything about Yoko other
Yeah.
than people blame her for the Beatles.
They broke up the band.
Yeah, I know that she doesn't sing super well.
Well, that's all. that's
true.
all in the eye of the or the ear of the beholder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if you're holding your ear, like you're not hearing very well anyway.
That's what a lot of people did when Yoko sang.
Oh no.
So anyway,
why are
this is a Yoko hate podcast. Hey guys, it's a movie podcast where we talk about the latest movies we've seen and some trailers that are coming out, and we gab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have a little chatty session here
Yeah.
about films and cinema.
If it sounds a little different in the air tonight, it's because we're recording insanely late for the first time ever. We're recording after 9 p.m. and I should be asleep.
Maybe we'll be a little goofier, maybe a little more delirious.
I like it.
You know? How about you, Nate?
I'm already sleeping, so
Aw, sad.
We did have to poke you to wake you up to start recording. Brad, do you have Tylenol PM? Is that the sponsor tonight?
Yeah, I did actually. I brought some Tylenol PM, so it's going to be a short one. It's going to get interesting, probably.
it always makes me nervous when you have a drink.
Yeah.
'cause
Oh
it
no,
means that-
no, the drink's for me. That's not for
Okay,
you.
good,
Oh,
because
that
I don't
guy.
want to share.
Yeah, I don't
drinks.
No,
wanna
no, no.
share
I got a snack, and even so, like even if I bring a drink, I'll make sure to pour it in something
Good.
separate, so that we don't have to kiss each other. We'd save that for later. Guys, you know.
Oh boy.
He starts it there. He always goes the high. The guys,
What's your favorite movie? What's your favorite memory about memories?
By the way,
What's your favorite memory about memories?
You got to sound like a Swedish chef there.
What's your favorite Swedish memory?
Hey, you like bugles?
Sure.
I mean, I'm fine with bugles. I don't like them.
You like putting the bugles on your hands, having little claw fingers?
When I was like 6.
Yeah. When I was a little
You don't
kid.
like doing it anymore?
They don't fit.
Yeah, I got
I
like
have
big
man
sausage
hands now.
fingers. Yeah.
No, you can still put them in there,
Nope.
though.
Not for us.
Nope.
Sometimes you just got to work your fingers in there.
We're gross.
Well, guys, today I'm going to get your fingers in these bugles. These are new ones. These are bugles crossed over with cinnamon toast crunch. So they are blasted with Cinnadust. So it should be something that's pretty decent for you guys.
Wait.
Blasted with
Is that really what they call it? Cinnadust?
They call it Cinnadust, and it does say blasted with Cinnadust.
There's going to be like a mesothelioma lawsuit about Cinnadust.
So I got so Ben, go ahead and grab it. Get yourself some cinnamon toast crunch bugles.
Speaking of cinnamon toast crunch,
just unleash the Cinnadust on yourself.
are you guys still, as 40-year-old men, well, Ben and I are 40-year-old men, are you guys still cereal eaters?
Oh, fuck yeah. I get so many new cereals all the time. I buy new cereals. General Mills sends me cereals because of my Brad's Junk thing. I have a connection with their PR person, so I'm always getting new General Mills cereals and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm all about it.
Those are delicious.
I haven't had a bowl of cereal in 5 years.
Are you
kidding
serious?
me?
I don't eat cereal.
So if you had to get cereal, Brad, like an old trusty cereal.
Oh, they're delicious.
Yeah, those are very good. Would it be Fruity Pebbles, and why?
If I had to what?
Get it just like an old. I'm gonna go to get a box of cereal at the grocery.
No,
at the grocery mart.
My go-to if I want my standby cereal that I know that I love and is good, it's either Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs or
That's a great one.
Oops All Berries.
What is it?
Oops All Berries, the Captain Crunch, where it's just Crunch Berries.
Oh, really?
You never had that?
It just seems like a lot of berries to me.
It is, and that's the best part of Captain Crunch Berries.
No, I like the offsetting part. You know,
You like the part that cuts your roof, look your mouth?
Yes.
Do they do like
I want a little bit
do they
of
do-
taste of blood in my cereal.
and stool? Do they do?
Ew! You want to
what-
taste,
I
a
don't
taste of
know what
blood in your
Captain
stool?
Crunch-
No, that's what Captain Crunch does to my system.
Oh, yuck.
So why don't you eat cereal anymore? What happened to you?
It's just so sugary in the morning. I just don't.
Well, don't
Don't
get that
judge
cereal.
us.
No. I mean, I
Well,
just
but don't get
you know what?
sugary. Don't get
Yeah.
sugary cereal.
What about
then.
Bran Flakes?
Yeah, or like
like
Honey Nut
grape nuts.
Cheerios.
My dad used to
God.
eat grape nuts.
What
Why
the
don't you
fuck's
do-
wrong with you?
I like
Joe?
eggs. I like eggs.
I like
okay?
eggs, too.
I have eggs in the morning. That's
Why
what I
not?
have.
Why not both?
You told me that you love French toast
Some
crunch.
eggs
I
on
do.
top of some.
So why don't you
grape
get
nuts.
it?
Because that's a shit ton of just empty calories.
Yeah. Now all you're worried about is calories. Huh?
I'm trying to lose weight.
I gotta have my cottage cheese in the morning.
No,
I'm 45 years old. I gotta have cottage cheese and oat boats.
No.
boats.
Serious question for you, Ben. At your age, do you take regular Metamucil?
Well, I put it in a bowl of my Trustios in the morning, which is just steel cut oats warmed in the oven because I don't own a microwave.
Trusty oats sounds like something you take so you don't shit your pants.
And it is.
No, you take Metamucil because you need to.
I need to be regular.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, this is a movie podcast, and we just had these bugles blasted with Cinnadust.
Those are delicious,
Just,
by the way. Thank
again,
you
though-
to the Bugles Company. Who makes Bugles, by the way? What's the parent company?
That's a good question, actually.
Frito-Lay?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I mean, we should thank the actual parent
Yeah,
company. 'cause I assume
they're
they
the ones
sent
that send the check.
Yeah, we'll get back to you about. Oh, you know what? It's General Mills.
Hey, General Mills.
Thanks, General Mills. But yeah, so these are pretty good. You can find them at gas stations.
So why not just like open a box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and eat that? Because that's what that tastes like.
It's a different.
did taste a lot like it.
It does, but it's a different texture, and like also these, you're not really getting the same amount of cinnamon sugar stuck all over your fingers because Cinnamon Toast Crunch is really like that's like deadly blasted with Cinnadust.
I don't always drink the milk after my cereal.
Ooh, I
but cinnamon-
always drink the milk.
Really?
Yeah.
No, but the Cinnamon Toast Crunch definitely. 'Cause
All
that's
right.
some good milk.
You pour the milk in after or before?
Who pours it before? What kind of monster
Yeah,
are
you don't dump the cereal into the milk. You pour the milk over the cereal.
Yes. What are you doing?
This
I'm just asking.
Why
Why?
are you like
who?
this?
Yeah, who would do that?
I've done it before.
Ugh.
Just to, like to see how much.
They'd be
it
like
goes in.
pouring pop in a cup and then filling it with ice.
I've done that too.
You're an idiot. What's the last movie you
I
saw?
don't know. Whatever.
Hey,
What?
what's the last movie you saw?
It's a movie podcast.
Yeah, a fucking podcast.
So I am halfway through Lincoln.
Oh my god.
That's your old movie.
Oh, hold
It's
on.
like 7 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Hey,
seriously.
Hey, I'm halfway through Lincoln.
It's like 4 score.
Did he die yet? Did he die yet?
No.
Of course he didn't, because he dies at the end.
Spoiler.
It was a test, and you passed.
So anyway, but I did watch Slumdog Millionaire. I watched the whole thing.
Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah, that's a crazy movie.
You watched the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I watched the whole thing, and I told Brad I retched for the first time watching a movie.
Just in the
There's a-
slums of Mumbai.
He literally drops himself into shit to go get that guy's autograph.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
lots of shit.
I mean,
too.
it's just, and
It's a lot.
honestly, when
Like,
he
it
runs
looks-
up there,
it looks like he's covered in chocolate pudding.
oh, it makes my stomach turn. And I honestly went, Bailey and I were watching it, and I was, I had to look away. It was, I don't know why. It was just so weird. I was also eating at the time, so that probably didn't help. No, it's a great movie. I see why it won the Academy Award. I see why everybody lauds it. It's good.
It was
movie.
kind of Dev Patel's entrance into, I think, the global cinema world too. And
Yeah.
Yep.
I actually really enjoy Dev Patel. I think he's a great actor.
Yeah.
Really, really like that. And then, last night, Bailey and I were on the couch, and I said,
Go on.
I said, I've got to watch Lincoln. And she was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to bed.
That's how I know when my wife doesn't want to watch movies. She's like, it's like 4:00, and I'm like, I'm going to watch it. I'm just going to go to bed. I'm
And
like,
so-
okay,
and
just
I-
tell me you don't want to watch it.
I haven't seen her, and we just hadn't seen each other a lot lately, and so I didn't want to not be with her. So I was like, well, I was going to try to surprise the guy and watch guys and watch American Graffiti as well. And she's like, oh, I'd watch that. So we watched American Graffiti last night, and so that's why I am only halfway through Lincoln.
Okay.
So,
So you didn't you watched your unassigned movie?
I did.
That I was assigned
Because-
2 weeks ago.
because you guys said you should watch it at a certain point because it's
It
good,
is, yeah.
and you're exactly right. It's fantastic. I love that movie now. I think it's wonderful.
Was that your first time seeing it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I've never seen it before. John Milner is such a fun character.
Yeah.
They're all really good characters, but Richard Dreyfuss's character, Ron Howard's, obviously, oh my gosh. And I don't know the guy that plays Toad. I don't know that actor's name, but his journey in that movie, I think, is my favorite just because of all the crazy shit that he gets into with the blonde woman and all that. It's a really well done movie. I can see exactly why it was so well received and why they made a second one that shit the bed, obviously, but I can see why they wanted to, because to try to recapture that lightning in a bottle
Yeah.
feeling. But really, really, really solid stuff. And so far into Lincoln, of course, I can see why everybody loves it. You have to really pay attention. I had to rewind it a few times just to kind of like get the
But you
gist
watch
of.
like a half an hour at a time, and I don't understand how you do this.
I mean, when it's 2.5 hour movie. It's like
You might
sometimes
as well
I
watch
do
the
that.
movie on TikTok.
You know what? He is the like audience for Quibi. That is who that is the
Yeah,
one person
you would have loved Quick Bites.
I fit it in when I can. Okay, I'm just glad I watched 2 full movies and then a half of another
I'm
one.
proud of you. I am.
So
I'm not gonna say I'm proud of you because like you watch movies like all the time. So like
no, I don't. That's the thing. I don't anymore.
no, I know, but that's the thing is you used to, and I know you can, and I know you like
And
it.
so let's be honest. We send an insane amount of texts back and forth, the 3 of us throughout the week. We've got another podcast. At night, we text a lot, and up until oftentimes 11, 12 o'clock at night. Are you usually in bed, like trying to sleep at that point? Is that why you're not watching something? Because I'm always watching stuff when you.
yeah, we're watching stuff until like we go to bed at like 1
Yep.
o'clock in the morning.
A lot of times it'll be that again, like this last week or whatever. We caught up. We did catch all the way up with Ted Lasso because we want to watch that.
So you're watching stuff, just not the movies you're assigned.
There is sometimes when I'm with Bailey mainly, where nighttime is for us, and if it's an assigned movie, I have to find time to watch that when I'm not with her because I'm not going to drag her through something I'm supposed to watch like an assignment. So I do try to watch that on my own. So a lot of times that happens between like four sessions at lunch, sometimes after work, sometimes super early in the morning. It just depends.
Did either of you jokers watch Shrinking yet? Like I told you to.
No,
Yeah, see,
I'm waiting
I would
until
love to.
I'm waiting until it's over.
I talked to my parents about that at dinner the other night, and they were like, "Have you seen Shrinking?" I was like, "Okay, Nate, I get it." And my mom's like, "What does that
Everyone
mean?"
around you. I've been like coming to your work before you get there. Guys,
He
I
just
need you to
immediately
talk
gets
to
pissed.
me.
He goes, "God damn it, no!" And throws a mug of beer.
I'm not even joking. They said, "Have you seen Shrinking?" I was like, "No, I haven't." And my mom's like, "Whoa!"
Jesus.
I was like, "Well, Nate has been on my ass to watch."
It's really good.
I
It's
know.
really good.
I know.
So yeah, you need to watch more movies.
Oh,
I would say less pinball, more movies. I think that's the best approach.
You're probably right.
Yeah,
There were pinball machines in American Graffiti. I was very happy to see that.
that's true. They actually steal money from pinball
They
machines
do,
in American
yeah.
Graffiti. So sometimes you got to do that.
Brad, what about you, buddy? What's the last
I
movie
know
you
I'm
saw?
gonna steal money from a local arcade.
You shouldn't do that.
Recently,
Don't do that.
it just opened not too long ago.
Can't really do that. We're on a card system, so it really.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's kind of.
I know where the real money is, so don't you worry about it. I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna fucking pop so many
Yeah,
coins.
because I would guess like 90% of your people use cards. Like it's just all digital
I'm
transactions.
going to say there's barely. I mean, there's like $20 in the cash register every night. It's all.
Just wait until I load up a card for myself and then cash it in.
All right.
Are we done yet? Or what's going on?
Nate, what's the last movie you saw?
So I was assigned a movie by my. I think Ben assigned this to me, didn't he?
Probably. Yeah, because I
Yep.
gave Ben Slumdog Millionaire.
And in many ways, this film is the story that kind of unfolded before Ben Konowitz and I, as young men, just told in a different time period. It is the story of people following their fathers and whether or not they want to make the same decision of their fathers. Ben has chosen to follow his father. I chose
The Empire Strikes Back.
the harder path, going my own way.
I hate you so
I am
much right
Tom
now.
Hanks' son.
Wait a minute. You chose the harder
Ben
path.
is Daniel
The
Craig.
harder path.
You are the Daniel Craig
You
character.
think you
are
it's
the Daniel
easier-
Craig character. I am Tom Hanks'
Wait,
son.
you think it's easier
Yeah,
for me to follow in Tim Konowitz's footsteps than it is to not to just go and not have to be around your dad and just do whatever you want?
It was also hard for Daniel Craig. I saw in the film. So this is a gangster film.
What is it? You haven't even said the title yet.
So it's Road to Perdition. So this is a gangster film that was released in 2002. I've said on this podcast, I was actually in college in my undergrad at that time. There's a lot of films in that time period that I didn't see. This is an award-winning film. It's a great film. I really enjoyed watching this film. I've seen a lot of gangster films. I've seen a lot of, and this isn't paint by numbers necessarily. It has an interesting plot, but it also has some characters in there that I didn't expect to see playing certain roles. For instance, Tom Hanks is you don't see Tom Hanks as a gangster very often, right? As a bad,
He's a gruff, rough around the edges kind of dude. He's morose and
exactly. And so like Keanu Reeves, when somebody hurts him and he wants to kind of fight against him, he does. What I really loved about this film, it's set in Chicagoland, which again I love anything set in our area. But Paul Newman, it's his last film that he did before passing. I've seen some Paul Newman films, but he is just, when he is on the screen, and he's a supporting actor in this, He is electric. Every time he was on the screen, I wanted to pay attention to what he was going to say.
You really don't. He's like one of those guys you just can't really look away from.
Mm-hmm.
And you get that, right? Like you just get why, back in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, they had movie stars, right? And certainly we have celebrities now, but they had these guys that just the screen loved them, right? And there was something magnetic about them that didn't matter who you were, you couldn't stop watching them. And I got that when I watched Paul Newman in this. He was just so good. The film's really good. Mobster movies always fascinate me, just like as a genre, because they introduce oftentimes complicated ethics, right? So you have this idea that, again, they're not afraid to kill people, obviously, and they do. That's part of the film, is killing. But then there's also these like side stories of loyalty, right? Why won't we do this? Well, will you take my side? No, because I'm loyal to these people. Wait a second. You
just killed somebody.
You've got these complicated ethical kind of dilemmas there, which I really enjoy, and I feel like the genre of mob stories, because also mobsters were also typically fairly devoted Catholics, and it shows this in the
we are
in the film, and so so I love genres like this. I love complicated narratives. I love when any film. Now, this is clearly who the hero is, who the villains are, but any film that kind of opens you up to a complicated narrative that tells you these characters are complex. Paul Newman's character is complex. I think he loves Tom Hanks's character more than he loves Daniel Craig, his real son. But he also knows blood is thicker than water, right? And so it was really good.
So I really liked it.
I really loved this film. Yeah, it was really good.
I caught this movie while it was playing on Pluto TV recently, not too long ago. I just had it on in the background.
Why'd you say it like that?
What do you mean?
Pluto TV.
I don't think I said it weird, but
I don't think you did.
Anyway, I was watching Pluto TV, and I've seen it tons of times. So I just had it on in the background, and I tweeted about it because what I said was basically, when we talk about mob movies, we don't talk enough about Road to Perdition and how good it is, because it doesn't really fit the mold of like a Goodfellas or stuff like that. But it is so good. I love Tom Hanks in this movie. Paul Newman is great.
Like that Tom Hanks is John Wick, kind of almost, right? Like a mobster John Wick.
Kind of, yeah.
Like in a weird way.
Yeah. That scene when Tom Hanks goes and to end things with Paul Newman, that entire the rain scene and everything, and the delivery of that final line that Paul Newman has. It's so good. I love that.
And then at the end, when the dad says, or when you get the feeling, because there's not so much. I don't want to spoil it, but there's not so many words used. There are some, but where the son doesn't follow the father.
Yeah.
And the father is so proud. It made me feel like it affirmed me in my decisions, unlike Ben, who has followed.
Hey, did you recognize the Tom Hanks's son, the older one who doesn't die?
He is
Chet Hanks?
No, he's Superman.
He is on the CW shows. Yeah, he's the new Superman on Superman.
Chet Hanks?
Yeah, Chet Hanks is Superman.
Holy shit! White rapper Chet Hanks.
Yeah. Speaking of Chet Hanks, said this is his dad's.
Speaking of,
he said this is his dad's favorite film because this is the furthest from his dad. He said like he feels like his dad is the furthest from this character, which I always thought it kind of showed Tom Hanks being, I thought of, an emotionally distant dad at times, but I think a loving dad as well, right? In a very complicated way.
I would have thought it would have been Lady Killers.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Where Tom Hanks plays against type.
Plays Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
No, that's Elvis.
Elvis is Colonel Sanders?
No, Tom Hanks plays Colonel Sanders in Elvis.
No, that's not Colonel Sanders' voice.
Is it not?
No, that's not Colonel Sanders' voice.
Does he play the Colonel?
He does play the Colonel.
Oh, well, there you go.
The manager of Elvis.
Yeah, we did it.
Hey, Bradford, what'd you watch?
Oh gosh, I've seen some things.
I want just a little bit of credit for the Colonel joke there. Like nobody seemed to really respond to that.
Brad, what?
Wow, Nate, now you're George Harrison. You got demoted to George Harrison midway.
Hey, George Harrison.
I have never changed who you were.
I love George Harrison,
but I'm changing you to George Harrison.
Hey Ben, that was a great Colonel joke.
Oh my god! You know what? Go have some Cinnadust.
Oh, I will.
Ugh.
I'm gonna pile
No, stop.
Pile it on.
Stop.
And I'm gonna
Stop.
Gonna snort it up my nose.
We were. I have been telling everybody. By the way, I've just been telling everybody. I really feel like lately we've been on a roll with the show, and it's been going really well. That's now over.
That's
the
your
roll
fault.
is done.
That is your fault.
This is
this
done.
is your fault because A, you didn't watch Lincoln.
I watched half of it.
B, you're trying to get credit for your joke that didn't land. Sorry,
It was a
sorry.
good joke. You know what?
Gosh, geez, seriously. Heard better Colonel jokes on popcorn labels.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna give you that.
So I watched Scream VI or Scream 6 as it's more commonly known.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm a big Scream fan, as you guys know. Ben, I know you like the Scream movies.
I love the Scream movies.
Nate, you
I
give
do.
a shit.
They're fine.
Okay.
They're fine.
And so yeah, I was very excited to see this, and it's fun. It follows in the footsteps of the original franchise in the reboot narrative, where we have the new characters and whatnot, and just like the second one goes to college, this one does too. But it shakes things up in the meta way since we're further along, and the rules have kind of changed and whatnot.
Yeah, they have not forgotten. They've not forgotten or abandoned the first universe either, right? So it's not a reboot or anything.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It's a
requel.
legacy continuance. Yeah, a requel is what they call it in there. So yeah, so it's I don't think I'm not going to spoil anything, but my biggest complaint is that I'm not sure it entirely earns the twist of when you find out
the payoff isn't as good
who
as
the
some of the
killer
other
is.
ones.
Yeah, but I will say once you do find out who it is, the way the finale plays out is pretty unhinged. Once the killers are
Is it
revealed.
Dewey?
Yep, Dewey Cox.
I knew
from
it.
Walk Hard. He comes in. But no, it's it's a lot of fun. It's the kills are good.
The kills are good.
I mean, you gotta have good kills. In these
I
movies.
did enjoy the first couple of Screams, and I still enjoy watching them. I rewatched one or two of them last October. They were just kind of getting redundant for me. Does this one break out of that a little bit? Obviously, it's a mold. It's Halloween. All these kind of
Yes, I mean slasher films are redundant, but for me it's the how they set up suspense, how they pull off the kills. I like a lot of the lines that Ghostface has in this movie. They give him some good stuff. The opening,
like
especially
kind of comedic lines, or
some comedics. Just the way he threatens. I just like the way I like the voice. I like the way he says things.
I like the way he threatens.
The opening in this one is particularly interesting because it does some stuff you expect, but then it does one thing that you don't expect whatsoever. And when it happens, you're like, wait, what are they gonna do now? And it's really cool to watch play out.
Now, I remember on this show we talked about the trailer, and I remember Ben and I kind of laughing a little bit because they go into this. Remember, they go into like a mausoleum with
yes,
and everyone seems to be like, oh, what is this thing here, and what is this thing here?
Oh, the exit is right behind us. It's a shrine to all the killers.
Get out of there!
I don't want to be here. But they're like, you know what we should do? Explore further.
But it didn't come off cheesy in the film.
No, I mean
The murder room.
it's
didn't.
there's a perfectly good reason that it exists.
Okay, that's just say.
Yeah.
Narratively, like,
and there's a reason they're there.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, but
It does. It's
the
not.
trailer
just,
doesn't really explain it.
Of
They're
course.
just there, like So.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. I liked it. I
Worth
liked it.
seeing.
Yeah, absolutely worth seeing.
Okay.
As long as they keep making Scream movies, they're gonna be worth seeing. Unless it's just like someone's taking a dump on the screen, then
Ben will see it.
then I'll be really
Why?
excited to see it.
What?
You know what, Ben? I want to apologize. I've been really hard on you tonight, and I'm just having fun.
I wish American
But I've been
Graffiti
hard on
for
you. All right.
It's good.
I also watched a movie that I was assigned by my good friend Nate Loucks. He assigned me a movie, and I watched it because that's what the podcast is about.
I don't even
know.
remember what I sent you.
You
What did I
know.
send you?
You assigned me Isle of Dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's Wes Anderson's second stop-motion animated movie after Fantastic Mr. Fox. And I am a Wes Anderson fan, and this one just kind of just passed me by. I meant to watch it, didn't. I even own it because I got it sent to me like on Blu-ray and everything. I just never got around to watching it.
When did this come out? 2015?
No, and that's the funny thing is I thought it was a longer time ago, and that's just how time exists now. It only just came out in 2018, so it's not it's not very old. But it feels like it came out a long time ago. And it's pretty good. This isn't one of my favorite Wes Anderson movies. I still liked it. It has a great voice cast. The animation is just like Fantastic Mr. Fox. It has Wes Anderson's storytelling sensibilities, his quirky sense of humor, some unique visuals and that kind of thing. And I enjoyed it. It's not one that I will revisit frequently or anything like that. But it's a fun story
I like Fantastic Mr. Fox better.
for sure.
Do you as well?
Yeah. but I'm glad I watched it. You know, I've been putting off for so long. It's the only Wes Anderson movie actually that I hadn't seen. So now I finally have that crossed off, and I can fill out my bingo card.
At least I started watching the movie that I was assigned. I'm just saying.
I hear you also saw one more film that Ben is going to hate.
That's true. And I'm sorry, Ben. I'm sorry. But you're not going to like it. I saw John Wick Chapter 4.
I don't even know what these movies
last
are.
night. So he's a candle maker. And
I knew it.
Yeah. But somebody comes along and he's
blows out his candles?
Yeah. And he is pissed. But no, obviously this is the fourth movie in the John Wick franchise. And
I have not really been too jealous when you get to go see movies early.
Yeah.
That's your job, right? I get it.
I would have
steaming mad that I wasn't able to go. I'm not joking. I'm like really upset that I couldn't see this because I need to see this yesterday.
I would have invited you, except that they wouldn't let guests for this one because it was also a public screening. Like they had people who could come in and like with tickets and stuff like that. So they didn't allow me to do that. But I was very excited to see this because it just premiered at South by Southwest in the days preceding the press screening. And I had heard nothing but great things about it. And having seen it, I can tell you, like, believe the hype because this movie is just unbelievable. It is full of some of the best action you will ever see anywhere. And it's a long one too. Just be prepared. It is.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm going to complain about that. Oh, it's the best thing ever, and it's too long.
It's 2 hours and 49 minutes.
Yeah,
are
buddy.
you kidding?
No,
me?
it's the longest John Wick movie.
I'm gonna have to pee so many times.
It does not feel like it though because it is so fast.
No, I
and
feel
like,
it when I have to pee.
You are. The action is just mesmerizing. I am in awe of some of the things that they did. There's some stuff I have no idea how they pulled it off.
So there's new things about this film. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Just in a filmmaking way as well, right?
Yeah, it has. I mean, Chad Stahelski, the guy who has directed it, and he's been involved with the John Wick franchise for the entire run. He's a stunt man and a stunt coordinator as well.
Oh, that's right.
So he has just this expertise on how to pull things off, and like they bring in new visuals on how to present the fights because obviously if you're doing the same gunshots and even if though it's like new stuff because it's what they call gun fu where they're fighting with their guns and stuff like that. It can be repetitive, but the way that he shoots stuff and the way where he stages action sequences and what happens stuff like that, like he mixes it up so that it never feels boring.
Yeah, because it really is like a dance, right?
Yeah.
And you have to create a whole new choreography to make it seem.
And it is just I was floored. I would laugh because I was like, oh my god, what is this? Like it is great. It is. I loved it. I can't wait to see it again.
So keep the bar real low.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay. Not maybe the best thing.
Yeah, because it is hard because now Ben and I are going to be like,
I'm going to say
best film ever, and we're going to go in and it doesn't like.
But that's the thing though, is if you guys come out and you don't like it, it's your fault. Like
I know, but this happens though where
you really hype it up.
Hey, go see movies. See them early like I do.
I'm trying.
So yeah, John Wick Chapter 4 that comes out next week.
Cool.
Not this coming weekend.
Great.
So make sure you see it when it comes out. You're going to want to get your tickets, get your popcorn ready, get your gummy bears, get your bugles with Cinnadust.
Do you want to mention where we're going? I think I'm going to go as well on Sunday because maybe other people have Amazon.
Oh, did you get your tickets?
I have not. I'm going to buy them probably tomorrow.
Hopefully they still got them.
Hopefully.
Who knows?
Well, they got a couple other theaters too, so if I have to go to like Portage, I can, I think.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. So yeah, if you're an Amazon Prime member, Paramount announced that you can buy tickets to see an early screening of Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. It comes out March 19th.
People that have seen it.
The screening happens on March 19th in the afternoon, but the movie doesn't come out for another week and a half after that. So, and what this shows is that A, they're confident in the movie, and B, it just played at South by Southwest, and we have several different people on the ground for Slash from over there, and all these people have definitely different tastes in movies, and all three of them loved it and said it was great. So
Who's paying them?
And I've seen lots of other people, other colleagues at other sites talk about how surprised and how great and how fun this movie was.
No way.
I
just can't see that.
I told you guys.
Based on what I've heard, I think you are going to like this movie.
What?
I told you guys. I thought this
I am
was
on
going
the
to be
floor
good.
here. This movie should have come out in 2012.
Now, Ben, let me tell you something that you might not have realized, and this might sway you as far as how good this movie is. It's written by John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein.
There you go.
And they also direct it. Do you know what movie they did?
Fiddler on the Roof.
No, I do not.
There you go.
Game Night.
Do you not like Game Night?
No, I love
he
Game Night.
loves Game Night.
Okay,
Yeah,
then.
it's one of the best adult comedies. That's
Also
been made in the
original.
past,
original,
yeah, exactly.
right? Like,
best
and so,
adult comedies that's been made in the last decade for sure.
no, for some reason,
But I don't. Okay, so then the trailer just didn't do anything for me, and maybe that's fine. I'll go. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, of course, just to see. But I
I'm excited
I didn't
about
see
it.
anything
I'm
about that
excited
that
about
did
it.
anything for me. It didn't move the needle even a little bit.
oh, it did for me.
From what I've heard,
it looks funny.
the movie itself is also very funny. And somebody said, I forget who it was, but they said that it's Chris Pine at his most Chris Pineiest. So
I mean, it just looks like.
Are you guys? Are you guys? Are you Pontiacs?
I like Chris Pine a lot.
I
really
love
do.
Pontiacs. I love Pontiacs too, but not the Pontiac Aztek because that's a bad car. However,
Brad's got some history.
however, I would be very excited to see Chris Pine in a Pontiac Aztek.
I would,
So
yeah.
wouldn't be upset about that.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
What a weird thing to say.
I just wanted you to know.
Hey, let's make sure that no matter what happens with the edit, okay, we just need to make sure that Brad Oman on the record saying, I wouldn't mind seeing Chris Pine in a Pontiac Aztek.
Yeah. That's,
All right, fair enough.
That's going to be the title of this episode, by the way.
we have talked about merch for this show before. Can we get a Chris Pine and a Pontiac Aztek shirt?
Yes, I would. I'm going to make that shirt.
Yeah, I would love it. And I'll mention one quick thing that I saw because I've been doing some virtual screenings for South by Southwest, and I watched this documentary called A Disturbance in the Force, how the Star Wars holiday special happened. Have you guys ever watched the Star Wars holiday special?
Oh, my son made me watch it because he's a big Star Wars guy.
Did you watch it?
It is awful. I watched it in the background because I could not just watch the whole thing.
It's rough.
It is bad.
Yeah. So this is
How long is it?
The holiday special is about an hour and a half.
Whoa.
Yeah.
James Gunn famously loves it though.
He does. There's some people who unironically love it, and it's because they saw it when they were kids.
But the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special, 1,000 times better.
For sure. But yeah, it's bad. It's mystifyingly bad, and it was at a time too when there was no real
reason to do it.
No, there was. I mean, the reason was money, and because they wanted to keep Star Wars in people's consciousness until Empire Strikes Back came out. But this was a time when there was no respect for what to do with an IP as far as no, this is Star Wars. We don't do that with Star Wars characters. So it's just nonsense, weird.
They
weirdo
didn't have
stuff.
a Kevin Feige or somebody protecting the brain.
Exactly. And so
is everybody in it?
Yeah.
Like Han Solo's in it.
Harrison Ford, Carrie
yeah.
Fisher, and Mark Hamill are in it.
And are they doing are they singing Jingle Bells and shit?
So Carrie Fisher has a song that she sings towards the end. They're not singing Christmas carols or anything like that. She sings an original song, but it's about Chewbacca trying to get back home to his family in time for Life Day, and so a lot of it is based around Chewbacca's family who don't talk; they growl.
Yeah,
and it's just weird and
is
bad.
that really a growl? Is that a growl or is it a hum?
How do you hum?
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a growl though.
But a growl isn't inherently angry.
I know, but it just seems like I don't know. It just doesn't seem like
it's very guttural.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah. So
by the way, the rest of the podcast, I'm going to think about what to describe Chewbacca's sound as. So come back to me later.
The documentary is okay. But it's missing a lot of the key people you would want to hear from today. It uses archival clips instead from conventions and stuff like that. But Bruce Valanche, who was part of the holiday special, is a big prominent talking head in it, which is fun. Taron Killam is also in it.
Oh, wow.
He has some of the best stuff because when you watch his stuff, it's like you're hanging out with your friends and just making fun of the Star Wars holiday special, which is fun. But the presentation itself is a little bit lacking. But it's if you like Star Wars and you want to hear people talk about how the Star Wars holiday special actually came together, it's enjoyable enough to watch.
Fair enough.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the movies I've watched.
All right. You guys want to talk about some trailers?
I would love to talk about trailers.
How about two of them?
It's trailer time.
We got trailers. We're gonna listen to Ben talk about trailers, and Nate's gonna talk about trailers, and Brad's gonna talk about trailers because it's trailer time.
See, that's an improvement. That's a vast improvement. I know that I wanted
to change up the genre because we've been doing a lot of scat stuff lately.
Exactly.
And
honestly, Nate, you didn't bring it there because you were starting to go down that same path, and then Brad saved you on that one.
Well, because I kind of love the song we've been going with.
I think
it goes in my head sometimes during the week. So it's
I think the
Train of
youths
Time.
really like EDM, and so that's what I went for her. I went for mouth EDM.
By the way, I wish this was a visual podcast because finger guns came out there.
Oh yeah,
Finger guns were strong with that one.
yeah, exactly. So let's talk about some trailers. We have 2 new trailers we're going to talk about this week. Let's start with Ghosted, a new Apple TV Plus movie that stars Chris Evans and Ana de Armas, who would definitely make Chewbacca roar.
I don't even know what that means, but yes,
you know exactly what it means. So this is a movie where it's an action rom-com where Chris Evans meets Ana de Armas. They have
By
a
the
little...
way, roar is better than growl. I like roar.
You knew this was going to happen.
Ana de Armas
That's all I can think
and
about.
Chris Evans have a meet cute. And Chris Evans is smitten with Ana de Armas because who wouldn't be?
Right.
And he's ready to introduce her to his family, but it seems like she ghosts him. And he's really disappointed. And so, but for some reason, he's able to see where she is. I don't know if they did share Find My Friends and like it's still on or whatever.
Find My Friends.
And so he sees where she is, and like his friends are like,
Go to her.
go, like
Yeah,
tell her and do it. And he's like, all right, I'm going. So he goes to Europe to find her, and it turns out that she's a spy, and Chris Evans gets caught up in this thing. It's a fun reversal because usually it would be the woman who is in that kind of position, but Ana de Armas is the badass spy, and Chris Evans is the guy who's along for the ride. And it has like a little bit of a Mr. and Mrs. Smith vibe about it, and like the mix of the romance and action. It looks like a lot of fun. I'm actually on board with this.
A little bit of Night and Day.
Night and Day. That's a good comparison. Yeah.
But honestly, in my head, Chris Evans can do no wrong, right? I really do like watching him on screen, even if he's a bit part or if he's the main course.
He's a good-looking man.
I really enjoy his work, whatever he does. I liked The Gray Man a lot.
Did you?
I really did.
It's okay.
I thought that the set pieces were fun and that the interplay between the two of them was enough for me. I'm really looking forward to this. I think this is great.
Scarlett Johansson was originally cast in the lead
She
role
was.
there. Do you think that would have made a very different film? Because I'm having a hard time, honestly, with Chris Evans not being the kick butt character here because he does it in every role really well, and you just get so accustomed to if Chris Evans is in that role, he's Captain America, right, or some iteration of it, and he seems a little more hapless in this. And so
I'm actually glad that it's not Scarlett Johansson because I feel like it would be hard to shake
that's
their,
what I think. It would even
their
be
pairing
harder.
of Black Widow and Captain America. So I'm glad that it's Ana de Armas.
Yeah.
No, it looks great. I'm in. Brad, what do you think?
Yeah, I literally just said what I
Brad,
thought
Brad,
about a
you
second
think it's
ago.
gonna be good?
Brett,
Brad, what do you think? Here?
I don't like it.
So it comes out. So it comes out on Apple TV Plus on April 21st. Not a film, not a theatrical release. Huh?
I mean, I don't know. It might still be because like usually when Apple TV has a movie that comes out, they do release
Pretty
it in
limited,
limited
though, right?
theaters. Yeah.
Well, if
so.
it wants to be up for an Oscar, it's gonna have to be.
Yeah,
That's
but,
true.
But they only have to have like 10 theaters that it's in to be up for an Oscar, right? It doesn't have to. Be
Yeah, it
that.
doesn't have to be in a wide release or
Yeah.
anything.
You
like
think
that.
about
But I wish this seems like a film I would want to see in the theater.
Yeah,
actually.
it's a
Like,
big budget action.
yeah.
I know that Apple
adventure.
TV Plus does sometimes do press screenings in theaters, and so if they do that, I'm gonna try because I would like to see it. In
Okay,
theaters.
who are you gonna
Yeah.
bring?
Wait.
What?
Who are you gonna bring?
Is it me
What?
or does Nate?
You're just gonna pick you up pretend like
Are you just
Sorry.
gonna act like I am not gonna?
My
like,
headphones aren't working.
You know what? Did you go to see John Wick with him and you're just not fucking telling me? Oh my
Tell him.
God!
Listen,
Oh my God! You knew I'd be mad. You knew I'd be mad.
I can take it.
You were busy.
What show does Chewbacca make? I'm just gonna be talking about that all the time. Maybe I'll throw off the scent.
You were busy this week.
Fart
okay?
you guys.
You were busy this week. We didn't want to bother you, and we knew that you'd be mad if you knew that we went together. I'm sorry.
Nate hasn't seen John Wick. He doesn't even know who John Wick is.
Yeah, I didn't see it. No.
Let's talk about the second trailer, which this is a movie that was made for old Brad.
Why is that?
Why is that, Brad? You know what? Why don't you take the lead on this one, buddy?
Explain, I don't
Explain
understand.
this
What
one.
do you mean by that?
Well, guy, I want you guys to know I saw this trailer first thing in the morning when it came out, and it was the best start to my day.
I forget what the text said, but it was a very clear.
It's like they made this movie exactly for me. This movie is called No Hard Feelings. It is an R-rated raunchy comedy starring Jennifer Lawrence, produced by Adam McKay. And this feels like a throwback to like the kind of comedies that they don't make super often anymore. I'm very excited to see this, not just because I am in love with Jennifer Lawrence and she is looking good in this movie, but because it looks genuinely funny. I like the pairing of her with this awkward teen kid. And
who is this kid?
I don't know.
He is awesome.
Andrew Barth Feldman.
Man, I'm telling you right now, this whole movie probably hinges on his character and the believability.
Yeah.
And it really does look awesomely awkward, like in the best way possible.
It's playing on the idea that he really has no interest in her, correct?
Yeah.
Like legitimately does not want to.
He just lacks any self-awareness of like to like really understand like that, like how great it is that someone like this is coming on to him, and like has no experience with women whatsoever. He's just very, very awkward, and yeah. But this looks really funny. I was surprised because I wasn't sure how this was going to be, but Jennifer Lawrence looks like she's going to be hilarious in this. I like seeing her do a role like this. She's been in some funny things, but she hasn't done anything like this. So I'm very excited.
She's also playing like it's also for her. She's getting into her 30s now, right? And so she's playing a role. Like the character is 30. It is playing a role that is, I think, turning a chapter in her career-wise as well. She's not playing the kind of young 20s kind of role. So I'm excited to see how she plays with that a little bit as well. Real quick, Andrew Barth Feldman replaced Ben Platt in Dear Evan Hansen, and he played Evan Hansen for 2 years
on Broadway.
So also other Broadway things. He had a recurring guest role in High School Musical, the series, but not a ton of film work yet.
I think that I like this trailer a lot because it does seem to be, even though he's very naive and he doesn't really get that girls like that could be into him, it does feel like throughout the trailer you see he finally does understand that she is into him, and he still is not interested in her. And then there's a moment where the parents say, "No, you got to romance him. Like he really needs to feel a connection. It's not just about like, oh, I'm a male and I'm a young man, so I want to bone it up." He clearly understands at a certain point that she is interested, but he's still not going for it. I like that. I think that's great.
Didn't recognize Matthew Broderick right away.
Oh, neither did I. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's the hair. It's the hair.
I get it, right? Everybody gets older, but woof, yeah, he doesn't
look bad.
No, he didn't look bad.
No,
it just wasn't him. Like it just wasn't what you predicted him to
But yeah,
it was a Ferris Bueller's Barber's Day Off.
Jesus Christ. But this movie has a fun cast too.
Jesus Christ! Come on.
No, it's funny. Way better than your Colonel joke. Natalie Morales is in this. You might recognize her from Parks and Recreation. She plays Jennifer Lawrence's friend in this. Eben Moss-Backrack, who was recently seen in The Bear on FX.
One of my favorite shows. If you've not seen The Bear, have you seen it, Ben?
Oh, God, yes.
Okay, you are missing out.
Yeah. And he was also in Andor as well, the Star Wars series.
That's right.
So yeah, he's a good actor. He's in this. Matthew Broderick, we said. Kyle Mooney is in this.
Our guy from SNL.
Yeah. Hassan Minhaj is in this from Daily Show.
So who's who here?
Yeah, that's and that seems like that's pretty much it as far as like the recognizable names. But I think this is going to be really funny. It gave me kind of like Farrelly Brothers vibes, like when the Farrelly Brothers vibes were good. Yeah, we're actually doing good comedy. So yeah,
it's also made by Glenn Stupnitsky?
Oh, Gene
Stupnitsky,
and
he has done. He was a long time, I think, writer. Directed some for The Office.
Yeah.
Ben's favorite show. Also did Good Boys. I don't know. Did you guys watch
Good
Boys?
Boys?
Yeah,
Great.
And so there's something there that I'm excited about as well.
I hope that this ushers in like as long as people show up for it, that like we start to get these kind of comedies back in theaters and stuff like that.
Because it kind of feels it doesn't feel like a big budget comedy. It has almost a Jennifer Lawrence indie kind of film, but really funny. Like it seems almost genre bending a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm very excited about it.
When they used to make these movies, right? This is 10 years ago or 15 years ago when they made the 40-Year-Old Virgin and
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Knocked Up,
Step Brothers, all these things.
Step Brothers was a great romantic comedy.
Well, you know what I'm saying, like the R-rated comedies that people don't make anymore because they can't. Everything has to be PG-13 to try to get the most butts in the seats.
Or it has to be a high concept thing where it's like sci-fi comedy, action comedy.
Yep.
You know, so
this is a very straightforward premise, and they're just going for it, and I like that a lot.
Yeah, I hope it works out. I hope it's a lot of fun. I
like it.
We need more comedies in theaters. We need more R-rated comedies in theaters. I want to laugh again.
I
want to be in a theater and just crack up. Just have a nice chortle fest.
Ugh, don't say that.
You cut this out, Brad. But did you? This is just like between me and you. But and Ben.
Well,
did you see the news about the Nancy Myers, was it Nancy Myers?
It was Nancy Myers. Netflix was supposed to be working on a $130 million romantic comedy.
Romantic comedy. This is what I don't understand. How?
Well, have you seen a Nancy Myers movie?
What are some of her films? Though?
Like It's Complicated. Something's Got to Give. The Holiday. So these are all movies where like the budget is being spent on like the most expensive location and houses you've ever seen.
Yeah, but it's like a rom-com for $130 million.
It was an exorbitant cost.
And I think also, I was reading something. I think it was on Reddit or something. But like, also like, I forget it was like 65, if not 70% of it was going towards the stars because they got big. She gets big stars, right? Anne Hathaway's kind of.
But it didn't last very long because now it has been canceled
because she requested $20 more million, right?
Yeah,
I think it was.
So there you go. Now it's not happening. We'll see if anybody else picks it up. I sincerely doubt it. They'll for
$150 million. I mean, that is a major budget like action film.
Yeah, that's gotta be like a guaranteed home run. Like there's got to be something.
The Marvel films now are on $200 million budgets. Is usually what they keep their Marvel films on.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that is ridiculous.
$200 million.
Yeah,
it's right, a ton of money, but you can understand with the VFX and the all these kind of things.
There's a lot of VFX in rom-coms though. If you think about it,
All right. Hey, Ben.
I know that's terrible podcasting, but Brett and I just stared into each other's eyes for a good 5 seconds.
So he's going to break first.
Hey, I created the game. Which means Ben needs to sing the song.
What?
It's been a long time since you've done a proper song for the games.
We do I do it every week.
I know. Right? No, this is the fun part. He does it every week now.
Well, yeah.
We fit into these roles.
I did a great trailer song earlier.
He did do a good song.
That's not at all the same. I mean, not even a little bit. I mean, I really have been doing this song a lot. It's not my turn.
Right,
I know, but it's not really about turns.
Yeah.
It's about who I sound.
Wait a minute.
And also, I want to say, like, the last time you did it, it wasn't very good.
It's never going to be good, though. Why do you do this?
But like, that's what the listeners want. Give
they
the
don't
listeners
want.
what
No, they don't
Yeah,
want.
no, they do want that. No, I've heard lots of feedback. People you don't know, but
when you trumping me up over here? I mean, a lot of talk. People are saying. A lot of people are saying.
All right, I'm going to give you the topic.
Oh, what is it?
All right, so Road to Perdition is based on a graphic novel. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it is.
I didn't know that.
I did know that.
We're going to do graphic novels that inspired films.
Ooh, I like that.
Create a song.
What? What is that? What does that even mean?
Think about your favorite song from a graphic novel adaptation.
And go.
Hey, Brad. I don't want to do this song, so it's not going to be very long, but I'll be here with you.
Interesting. This is like,
hey, Nate.
I feel like he's trying to sing Hey Jude.
I really hate you, but I'll be here for this game about your graphic novels.
okay, so he forgot how Hey Jude went after the first line.
I only know the first line of Hey Jude. I don't know the rest of it.
It's been a very Beatles night for you.
Right? That's why I was like, well, what can I do? And then I thought about the Beatles because that's how I started the show. So that's how I'm going to end my life. The show.
What's with all the Beatles stuff?
I don't
buddy?
know.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Just getting into them, buddy? Are you?
I don't know if you
Have you
guys have
listened
heard.
to Beatles Anthology?
There is this.
I do love the Beatles anthology.
There's this older band. I don't know if you guys have heard of them or not. They're pretty good.
All right, here are the rules of the game. I will read to you the description for the graphic novel. You then have to tell me what the film was that was made based on the graphic novel.
I love it.
I will give you a hint. Most of the graphic novels are the film titles as well, but not all of them. We need to have a buzzer check, please. Ben, what kind of buzzer are you going to use today?
Oh, it's barf.
Okay. All right. Ben's going to go with the barf. Brad.
Growl.
The Chewbacca.
Oh, can
growl.
I change mine to
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, go ahead and make it hard on yourself.
A roar. Not a growl, but a roar.
Growl.
Okay. All right, here we go.
Yep.
A small Alaskan town is cast into a polar night.
Rar.
Yes.
30 Days of Night.
Correct.
Damn it.
What year was that film made? Do you know?
Ooh, 2007?
2008.
2007 was right. Way to go. Brad
Pow, 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 pow.
Brad gets a point.
Okay.
His life is totally sweet. He's 23 years old in a rock band.
Growl.
Yep.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
I knew it.
Yeah. Here's the description, though. I'm gonna go on.
Was he in the band?
No,
Yeah.
he's 23 years old in a rock band between jobs and dating a cute high school girl.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is creepy.
Very creepy.
I'm like, oh. Scott
Pilgrim versus the girl's parents.
versus the law. All right.
Things are different in Canada.
What
Clearly.
year was this film made?
Brad, you better know that.
Oh, it's 2010.
Directed by?
Edgar Wright.
Correct. Do you guys like that film?
Love
He
Scott
loves that
Pilgrim.
film.
Love Scott Pilgrim.
I don't dislike it. I think
yeah,
it's good.
I'm the same.
He loves it.
It took him
I
a while to
enjoy the
watch it.
film.
I had to force him to watch it.
I like it though. I liked it. You know what my favorite scene in that movie is when he goes, "Is Scott home?" and he jumps out the window. It's just such a fun, silly thing. I really like that.
All right. This classic is a sprawling tale set on the crime-ridden streets of Basin City or Basin City. Yep.
Sin City.
Correct.
Yeah.
What year was this film made?
Wow, Sin City 2006.
2003.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
2005.
Damn.
He is judge, jury.
Damn it.
Judge Dredd,
Yes. What year?
an executioner. 1997. Nope. Yeah, 97. Nope. Hold on. 1994. 1994.
95.
95. And what was the second Dread?
Dread.
Yeah, but what year?
Wait, what was the second Dread? Yeah, no shit.
Points to Brad.
2012.
2013.
2012 is right.
Carl Urban.
Little weasel.
Right. Have you ever really wanted to be a superhero? Dave?
Growl. Kick ass.
Did you say Browl?
I said growl.
Okay.
Kick ass.
Correct. What year?
The movie?
Yeah.
2000.
No.
We're not going like the
no.
original volume 1.
The TV show. What are you doing?
2007?
2010.
2010 is correct.
Yeah.
Directed by?
Matthew Vaughn?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Kick-Ass 2 came out when?
Ooh.
2016.
13.
Ooh,
Time,
close.
you're right, though. Time is just not...
Yeah, it doesn't work anymore, guys. Sorry. Time is
Seriously,
contract.
Tough.
All right. From the squalid alleys of the East End to the Houses of Parliament, from church naves to dens of the occult. Yep.
No, it's not that. The Kingsman.
Growl.
Yep.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Nope.
Damn.
All of London feels the uniquely irresistible blend of fascination, revulsion, and panic that the Ripper offers. The city teeters on the brink of the 20th century, and only the slightest prodding is necessary to plunge it into a modern age of terror. Yep,
From Hell?
correct.
Oh.
What year did that come out?
Ooh, 2013?
No, that's like
Is it really old?
2003.
2001.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You guys know the director or no? Because I didn't.
No.
Albert and Alan Hughes. Don't know?
Oh, they did Book of Eli as well, I think.
All right. Couple more for you. The book tells the story of an alien invasion in Arizona during the mid 1800s. Yep.
Cowboys and Aliens.
Directed by
John Favreau.
what year?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold on.
2013.
2011.
2011 is correct.
Nice.
All right. The devoted yet dead officers of divine law.
R.I.P.D.
Yeah.
I've not seen this. Have you guys
Don't
seen it?
watch that.
awful.
Don't watch
It's
that.
awful.
It's terrible.
Because no, when I read the synopsis,
Yeah.
the summary, I'm like, this sounds interesting.
It could have been.
No,
good.
it's a very, very cool premise.
premise is
but
neat.
so bad.
Yeah.
And
What-
terrible visual effects. Terrible visual
What year
effects.
did it come out?
R.I.P.D. was
2012.
2014.
2013. Directed by
Oof.
I forget.
Huey Bull.
Robert Schwenke.
Oh, like he's the guy who directed Red.
Oh, another film actually based on a graphic
there
novel
you go.
that's not
True,
in here.
that's
But
true.
all right, here we go. One more for you. It's the 1970s in Seattle, and Harvey Pekar is working a menial job while selling jazz records. Yep,
American Splendor.
correct. All right, so the winner of that game is Ben. Good job, Ben.
We did it, guys.
He won?
Yeah,
I don't
American
know.
Splendor.
I didn't keep track. Of points.
Oh,
Oh, I totally won.
I was mean to him earlier, and I felt bad.
I got the last one, and that really is all that matters.
I got the last one.
Especially since it was American Splendor, which is
that
actually
was impressive.
Pretty
I
cool.
didn't think anybody was going to get that, but good
Thanks,
job.
buddy. Appreciate that.
I haven't seen American Splendor.
Neither have I, actually. Let's make that the group movie next time. Have you seen it?
I've not seen it.
Should we make that the group movie?
We'll talk about it.
You know,
That's a no.
sometimes I just feel
when my
like
parents told me that was a no.
I don't know, we'll talk about it. Well, maybe we'll see.
We'll see.
We've all not seen it. It'll make a perfect movie to watch for next time.
It was requested that we do one group movie a month.
Well, we haven't done one this month yet, so
I know because you didn't want to.
Yeah,
No.
that's why I said we should do American Splendor.
I didn't say we didn't want to. I just don't know if I want it to be that.
Oh my God, why?
It's a depressing movie. I do know that.
Fine, let's watch Deliverance.
You know, he didn't want to watch.
I know.
Or
Let's watch-
Just Married. I tried to
Let's
do
watch
Just Married.
Daddy Day Camp.
Okay.
That's the sequel. You have to watch Daddy Daycare first, otherwise you're not going to get
No,
it.
you passed on all those, so you have to
I love-
hand select your fucking
First
movie.
of all, Daddy Daycare was a joke on his part. He's not going to
Whatever.
actually give me Daddy
But
Daycare.
I do love that it comes down to Daddy Daycare, and he says Daddy Daycare, and you're like, you wouldn't understand it, as if it has a plot.
you
that
need to see the first one.
Well, no, well, there are important family developments in the first movie, otherwise you won't get the second one.
Oh my God.
It's the same thing with the Clumps too. If you haven't seen Nutty Professor, you're
You
not going
gotta
to like
see
it.
it. Yep,
yeah,
I get it.
You're not going to understand the family dynamic.
The Fatties Part 7, you got to watch 1 through 6.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it.
Yeah, it's not just fart jokes; it's family.
Family, fart. Guys, we did it. Another episode of Go Flick Yourself in the bag.
In the bag,
In the bag of
Bag
covered
of Kentucky Fried Chicken,
covered in
Cinnadust,
Cinnadust.
blasted with Cinnadust.
I'm gonna get cancer, and I'm blaming General Mills.
It tastes
Wow,
so
you can't
good.
say that.
Why not?
Because you'll get sued.
By
And
who?
they sponsored this show.
Oh, sorry. Cut it all.
Jeez, rude.
All right, Brad, where can people find you on the onlines?
You can find me blasting myself with Cinnadust. You get a real sandy crack,
Oh,
and
God.
yeah, it's like having
You know what?
Sandpaper shit.
I'm good over here. Nate, where can people find you online, buddy?
I'm on the Twitters at Nate Loucks. You can also find the show at goflixyourselfpod.com. You can also find our other show. We do a SNL recap and review show called the 10 to 1 podcast. Go to the 10to1.com. Find all of us on Twitter, Facebook, and we're on there.
I love it.
Make sure you check it out at slashroom.com. I will have an interview coming up with somebody pretty cool, a guy by the name of Andy Samberg. Got to talk to him, and Neil Campbell, the co-creator of the new animated series Digman, coming on Comedy Central March 22nd. I've seen the first 4 episodes, and it is hilarious.
It's a delightful show that I can't wait to watch.
It is. And also, Ted Lasso just started. So Ben,
Watched the first episode last night.
Yeah, I know you're going to watch that, Ben.
Wait,
Hey,
it came out on Tuesday?
It did. It came out a
I
day
thought-
early.
Oh,
Well, I mean, technically it came out today, but like it came out early.
No,
It
I watched.
it came out yesterday evening early, but
Yeah.
but release day is
Okay, yeah.
Wednesday.
Okay,
Yeah, but
whatever.
I watched it at like 9:00 last night.
Yeah,
man.
it came out early yesterday.
Ben, have you
evening.
seen Shrieking yet?
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?